I love coaches that resist the responsibility of coaches, that talk negatively about a dude that can't learn and blah, blah. Man, if everybody could learn, we need less coaches.
Yeah, that's real.
Right? If the group didn't need management, then we wouldn't make as much.
Yep.
I love reading draft evals and somebody's talking about anything other than pedigree, talking about how poor somebody's hand usage is. Well, that's coaching. I don't run away from coaching. I run to coaching.
Love it.
It all is in line with that not seeking comfort. Because when you're a coach that's talking about somebody can't learn, you're seeking comfort because your teaching is struggling.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we go.
Says on the beat, boy.
Here we go. Hey.
Cause he wanna light, headlights, I've been whipping midnight through the city. I've been going through some things, tryna get my mind right. Push the bucket to the limit, push that bitch into the finish. Gotta get the full control, gotta get my mind right. Headlights, I've been whipping midnight through the city. I've been going through some things, tryna get my mind right. Push the bucket to the limit, push that bitch into the finish. Gotta get the full control, gotta get my mind right. Yeah.
What's going on with y'all? Cowboys faithful, it's your boy DMV back with another one. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe before you do anything else, man. You guys know when I put the long intro in, I mean business. And I've been sitting on that Mike Tomlin snippet for quite some time. For one, I just want to let you guys know, as a coach, as a player, I was a player first, obviously in college. Mike Tomlin, he was a Pittsburgh Steelers coach, and I remember watching him win the Super Bowl with that Steelers team. I've always had respect as Mike Tomlin as a coach because he's done it the right way. He's gone through the ranks. He has had great mentors along the way, and he's been a great mentor to other coaches along the way as well. He's a leader of men, true leader of men, man of faith. Mike Tomlin is the type of guy that I would follow through a brick wall if I played for him. And in that snippet, that's really what I got from it. And he has changed my whole perspective of how I look at players. Not necessarily anything more than what I've done, but I'm drawing my line in the sand this year. It's pedigree over need for me. And oftentimes in Dallas, we do this whole thing of need. And if you listen to what Mike Tomlin has said, Dallas does a lot of what we're talking about. We're looking for finished products. Oh, he doesn't have hand placement here. Oh, his kick step is slow. Like things that should be coached up on. But if the guy shows explosiveness and he shows, oh, my father was a pro, my uncle was a pro. Like I understand what the program is like. We overlook football players all of the time to fit this whole thing that we need everybody to be a Swiss Army knife. For one, you don't need every player to be a Swiss Army knife. We're always looking for player flexibility and stuff like that. And look where that has gotten us. It leaves us weak in a lot of areas. Like right now, the Dallas Cowboys have a lot of holes in the roster. It might not look like it because we've been winning 12 games a year. But if you look at how they draft defensive linemen, they don't just get guys that do their role. I forget which coach said it. I think it was Nick Saban, where it was like in the NFL, you have to sub when they sub. You got to sub to certain packages, but you have to be, able to play in any package. But if they're bringing in 3 linemen, then you need to be able to go jumbo. I don't remember at any time Dallas being able to go jumbo at all because we just didn't have the personnel. The personnel we had was a whole bunch of flexible people that we tried to keep out there all of the time. Nah, that's not how football works, and teams took advantage of it. Offensively, we can't run the ball when we need to. Because we keep finding, like the linemen that we find, we want to have a guy that can play center but also play tackle. Or he plays guard, but he could also play center. Like we have a whole bunch of guys like that, you know what I'm saying? And it's cool on the back end when you got guys that have traits, but when you're looking for guys in the second round where we're missing, that's where you get your football players that may not run a 4-3, but they run a 4-5. You go get your football players in the second and the third round. We've been completely whiffing in the second round for the most part, besides Trayvon Diggs. And you guys can let me know if there's another second round guy that we've hit on as of recent history. And Trayvon Diggs is exactly what I'm talking about. Pedigree. We have to draft pedigree. Is this guy a football player? Does he have the genes? Does he have the explosiveness? You know what I'm saying? Does his tape pop out at you? You know what I'm saying? We're always looking at the possibilities in case something happens. Now, get me guys in here that are, yeah, that's a linebacker right there. He don't play outside. He's an inside backer. That's a one technique. We need a one technique. Get that one technique in here. That's a true three technique. That's a true end. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to play positionless football, and maybe we bit off a little bit too much more than we could chew. But I'm going to lay out my my list of needs as far as position goes. For me, number one, off-ball linebacker. You know what I'm saying? Middle linebacker, will linebacker. We need a guy that can play off-ball, that can go from sideline to sideline, a guy that can take his steps, be able to follow his reads. He's been a linebacker his whole damn life. Not somebody that's a converted safety. You know what I'm saying? We need an actual, hey, he's been a linebacker for 10 years. That's what we need. We need that guy. Number two, I got running back. We need a running back. You know what I'm saying? And again, I haven't talked about free agency needs. I still want to bring in a veteran running back as well. But, I'm one of those people that feels that you can draft a running back every year. I'm not saying that you draft them high or have to use high capital with it. But running back is a need. You know what I'm saying? It was a need last year. And if you guys notice, so a lot of these needs that I'm gonna put out here are things that we could have drafted last year, but we pussyfooted around the draft. There will be no pussyfooting this year. Can't be pussyfooting this year. You hurt some feelings, you hurt some feelings. Left tackle is number 3. All right, Tyron Smith didn't practice all year because we were afraid that he's gonna get hurt. If I'm afraid that a guy's gonna get hurt, that means that I need to be looking for the replacement, but not just any replacement. This replacement has to be at least about 80% of what Tyron is right now. If not, then you possibly looking at, you possibly looking at bringing him back, and then you still have some of these young guys that you got last year, and maybe they developed a little bit, like Austin Richards. Number 4, center. Center could probably, so the top 4 that I've named could all be interchangeable, right? With Biadish's contract up, you need to get a center in here. If you look at the guys that are left, I think my guy, your guy Nix, BJ Nix, put out. Look at the centers that are left in the playoffs. Center is very, very important. I can almost argue that center is more important for us right now than left tackle. Number 5, defensive tackle. We whiffed last year. Go get another one. You know what I'm saying? Until we solidify that interior like we want to. Like, I'm talking about big guys. I'm talking about if you got to go get some big bone Samoan bodyguards in there, go get some big bone Samoan bodyguards in there. Go get some big, fat, strong, sturdy guys in there that are hard to move. Look at Baltimore's defense. They got big guys that are football players that have played those positions. Next need at number 6 is edge. You know what I'm saying? Because you can go about it 2 ways. Like, either you want to move Micah off the ball and you want to get some edges in here, some big bodies like we talked about, defensive tackle edges. And I'm not just talking about rookies, I'm talking about free agents and stuff as well. You want to move them off ball, bring in another off ball, then, you're going to have to solidify and get some edges that can actually get some rush, because when Micah's not rushing the passer, we can't get to the quarterback. We don't have enough guys with pedigree. We got guys that can do a whole bunch of things that are jacks of all trades and masters of nothing. I'm talking about bringing in some actual masters at their craft, at what they do. You're an edge. You're a bona fide edge. Put you at edge. You're a bona fide inside linebacker. You know what I'm saying? But I want bona fide edges, like somebody with bend, somebody that has been rushing the quarterback their whole college career. That had played multiple positions, that got good feet, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want that type of edge. And that could be your pick at 24, because that's a premium position. We talked about premium positions before, but edge is on there. And if edge is staring at you in his damn, Yeah, Verse from Florida State, you draft him because he's got the pedigree. And then number 7, cornerback. Stephon Gilmore, torn labrum. Looks like he's going to be out for a long time, and we were looking at possibly re-signing him. But, Trayvon Diggs coming off of ACL surgery. There's some murky things at the cornerback position. So, corner, you always drafting corners as well. If you look at it, cornerback is the top drafted position in the NFL year in, year out. Go check it out. I checked out the stats myself. So cornerback, I'm not saying that, it's a super need, but if you got guys with a guy with traits later on, get that guy. You know what I'm saying? But that's how I feel about things right now, guys. I am pedigree over need. All right. Tired of getting a whole bunch of guys with position flexibility. I want to get actual football players. Get football players that play a position. That's where I'm at, guys. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Look, I fumbled my words at the end. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Want to hear y'all feedback. I'm out. Salute.